Hello, we are going to be looking at how to do game development pipeline. So, this is a game model. This is set up in a game model thing. Here is how I do all my stuff. So, when I do my UVs, you'll see like all of these have been UV'd. So I bake in marmoset, and when I do my bakes, I split out every single piece so it gets an individual bake, like an exploded bake that they teach you, but marmoset's different. Anyway, so you'll see that everything that I have grouped together over here, let me pull up the UV editor so you can see, everything is on one tile. This is my accessories tile. This is my clothing tile, weapons, hair, body. So you'll notice that all of these are sitting on the same thing. Like if I select the whole thing, it looks like that. That is how you set it up in a game. It's all within the same little tile space. But how do you keep them all separate? You keep them separate by giving them an individual shader. Shader? Is that the right word for it? Material is the right word for it. When you are setting up, let's go into the hypershade so you can see what I've got set up. You can see over here, I have got accessory group material, body material, clothing material, hair material, weapon material. It looks really complicated. It's not. So all it means is that each of those groups that I've set up here, and that's why I've split them into the nice little groups, you just grab a group and then you assign, I usually just assign a Lambert, and then I don't want to fuck with this. Fuck it, it's fine. Lambert. And then once you get your Lambert, you change it to, I don't know, accessories. Pretend that I've just done that. Accessories. You can change the color on it if you want to. You don't have to. I just do it so that I can keep my sanity intact and see what's in which group. And that's about it. That's literally it. Once you've done that, you'll see all of your stuff is over here. So there's the new one that we made, but I don't want that one. I'm just going to pop that back on there. So that's it. That's all you got to do. Each one of these has got its own little attribute editor. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Accessories. Oh, I have to actually click on a thingy. I have to click on a mesh. So you'll see these are ACC group. This is clothing, and so on and so forth. Reasons to do this: it is more optimized than using UDIMs. That's about it. It's more optimized than using UDIMs. It's also really easy. Like, honestly, it's so much easier than UDIM Flow. So then what else can I tell you about it? That's about it. That's your setup. When you do your baking, you bake according to the groups. So when you set up your high and your low, I export straight from ZBrush and take it into marmoset. But if you're baking in Substance Painter and you've decimated your thing and you've dropped it into here to then do your bake, you would then set up your group. So this is my low group. You would set up your high group exactly the same, like la 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 la, happy days. And then you don't have to, but you can just assign the same materials onto your highs and lows so that, for peace of mind. But that's about it. Once you're done with that, you can just plop it all into thingy-mabobby, Substance Painter, and you start texturing. So the differences with Substance Painter when you're working with texture sets rather than working with UDIMs is that, just ignore that. I don't know what that is. I think it's because I worked in an older version and then brought it into here. I'm not sure. Anyway, so you'll see my project configuration. Let's see if I can do it here. Yeah. No, this is not going to help me. Fuck. Never mind. So it's there basically is the only one that's going to show you it. It says UV tile settings, UDIMs, UV tile not using UV tile workflow. That's it. So when you set up your thing, your project, can I open two Substance Painters at the same time? No, you can't. If you just set it not to be working on UDIMs, and when you plop it in, it'll see here it says texture set list. So it's literally your texture set list. So your material sets go into here. And that's why you name your materials nicely. Then you get nice little group names. And that is pretty much it. So then when you switch between them, you'll see that this just switches. Happy days. That's about it. Like, it is so much easier than UDIMs. UDIMs are complicated. UDIMs require brain power. This is smooth brain. Easy. And I can guarantee that this is the correct way to do it for games. When I first went to CG Spectrum and they tried to teach me UDIMs, or they taught me UDIMs, I was working in a game studio at the time, and I went to one of the game devs and was like, yeah, I don't understand UDIMs. Can you explain that to me? And he's like, what the fuck is a UDIM? And then I checked with Anna as well, and she was like, yeah, we're not going to do UDIMs. You don't want to do those. So I'm like, okay. So that's how you do. That's how you do the thing. I'll show you one more thing. Let me show you. Oh, she's so pretty. I'm so proud of her. Let me close this down. Discard. There. Where the fuck is substance? There we go. So let me show you how to set up your project when you first go into it, just in case there's something that I've forgotten to do. I don't think so. The only other thing to think about is like the OpenGL or DirectX, like that you might want to think about. So if we do file and what are we doing? New. There we go. So you can see like this one, if you were saying yes, then you would choose one of those options. You just don't switch that on, and that's it. Then you can change the rest of your shit here. Also, this is the better one to be working with, so use that when you are doing your texturing. Although there is also a preset for Unreal that you could use. Unreal, I'm sure it does. Unity has one. Oh, there we go. Unreal Starter, whatever. So you could use that if you wanted to. I wouldn't. I would just use the one that I always use because it's easier. So, yeah. Also, the perks to this. Okay, there is more perks to it. The perks to it is it means that it's really easy for you. And that's why I was saying like all your metal stuff, put all your metal stuff onto one thing. Because when you're doing your rendering in your engine, if you see over here, when you're doing your rendering, your different materials can be adapted to how you want things to work. The same thing applies in like Unreal. I'm just really shit with Unreal. But if you have things set on their own little tiles, that means that you can adjust each one individually. So like your hair, for example, you're going to be using a lot of anisotropic flow and stuff. So you'll see that I've got different settings on my reflectivity, my metalness. Actually, skin's a good one because skin, of course, is going to have your subsurface scattering. So you'll see like on here, I've got subsurface scattering set up. My transmission's all set up, la, 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 la. And it's got a different setting to something like, for example, weapons, which I think on this one I fucked up actually when I did the render. Transparency, no, occlusion, I don't know. So one of these, I added something to this and it fucked up all my metals because I was playing with it too much. But basically it allows you to adjust each of these as if it were a shader, if that makes any sense. Transmission, was it in transmission? What did I do in transmission? Let's find out. Diffusion, inversion, transparency, occlusion. Did I use occlusion? Emission. Might have been the emissive that I fucked with something fierce to get it to do stuff. Yeah, there we go. You see, like, so by having it on a separate thing, it allows me to like adjust things individually. So that's the other reason why it's nice splitting up onto different tiles. It doesn't chew that much resource. It really, really doesn't. Like, you'll be okay. Oh, what is this baking error? But if you have it on separate tiles, it allows you to like play with it a bit more, which is nice and fun and good. So yes, I hope that helps.